Hey y'all, welcome back to True to Shelf. I decided I was gonna do my own little trilogy for December, right? So it's gonna be 3 videos and it's gonna be all about my 5 stars, okay? Because my 5 stars hold a special place in my heart. So the first video is today's. I'm going to share with you all what about a book makes it a 5 star. Like, how do I come to the conclusion that I haven't finished a book and it's 5 stars? You know, I think that criteria is different for everybody, because if it wasn't, we would all have the same 5-star books, right? There's just 5 things that a book has to have. All 5, not maybe it's got 4 of them but not the 5th thing, but I'm gonna still give it 5 stars. No ma'am, it doesn't work like that. It has to have all 5 of these things for me to call it a 5 star. So in the second video, I will share with you all my 5-star reads. Not a lot, they'll all fit in one video. And then the last video in the trilogy, I will be reading 1-star reviews of my 5 stars. So stay tuned for those other 2 videos, but today I'm sharing with you all my 5-star criteria, so stay tuned. These really don't have any specific order. First thing I'll mention is I have to love everything about the book. I can't just finish reading a book like, oh, it was cool, I liked it a lot. No, I have to finish the book and be like, I absolutely love this book. That has to be the reaction. And then everything about it. The writing, was it moving? Was it great? Did they have a bunch of typos that weren't necessary? Was it easy to read, relatable? Was it funny? Did it make me feel a certain way? You know what I'm saying? So well-written books are part of me loving them. And I have to love the story and the plot from beginning to end. Nothing about the book can be like, oh, well, if this wasn't a part of it, I would have loved it, or I wish this would have happened instead. If I feel like that, it's not a 5 star. Next thing, I just have to have some kind of raw reaction while I'm reading it. Like, if I'm just sitting there reading it the whole entire time, and I get to the end and I'm just like, that was pretty good. No, that's not a 5 star. Every single book in my 5 stars, I have been like, or like laughing out loud, or wow, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had an actual physical reaction while reading it. For example, Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors. I had multiple raw reactions while reading that. I literally was like, oh, you clever Alice Feeney. It had me like that. Every single plot twist up in that book, I was like, oh my god, mouth open. You know what I'm saying? So raw reactions like that in the midst of reading is also a sign that I'm reading a 5 star. Next one, it has to have the CPD factor, okay? And some of y'all like, what the hell is CPD factor? Can't put down, okay? That's what I call it. If I start reading it, I put it down, start doing something else, watching Netflix, pick it back up 2 days later, read a little bit more, put it back down, start scrolling social media. It's not a 5 star. It can't be. One thing that all my 5 stars also have in common, excuse my dog barking if y'all can hear it, is that I could not put it down, or I struggled very, very hard to put it down. Literally, I will read, I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed, but then look up, an hour that went past and I'm still reading. Saying that's what happens when you read a 5 star. Another example, Locked Door by Frida McFadden. I started it late at night one day. It was so good, I got almost halfway and then I forced myself to go to sleep. Read all day at work. And then I got home from work and only had like 20 pages left. So I finished it when I got home. That's less than 24 hours. Another one doesn't leave me speechless at the end. If I finish the book and I'm just sitting there like, I'm thinking about it for hours, or still thinking about it days later, contemplating life, stare into space for a little while. Someone asks you about the book and you just can't even describe it adequately. Just thinking like, I don't even want to read another book because it's going to let me down after this one, you know? That is another sign it's a 5 star. Then y'all, my last criteria for a 5 star would be, it has to move me in some kind of way. Have me feeling an emotion strongly, whether that's happiness, even if it frustrated me. I literally just finished a book, like 230 pages. I read it in 2 days. I just was like, okay. Went to go eat dinner, completely forgot about the book. That's not a 5 star, okay? Also, Usually 9 times out of 10, a 5-star book changes my thoughts or opinions on something in some kind of way. Look at something in a different perspective, get into a specific genre because of that book. If it influences my opinion on something, that is definitely signs of 5-star. Every single one of those have done that for me in my 5-star list. And then also, I don't always have to feel a deep connection to a character, but it's a plus. But if like a character reminds me of myself, or if they remind me of somebody I know and love, or someone that I wish was real, so yeah, it has to move me in some kind of way to be a 5-star. Alright y'all, so those are my 5 criteria for rating a book 5 stars. They have to have all 5 of these. Have to love the book and everything about it from beginning to end. Have to have some type of wrong reaction while I'm reading. Has to leave me speechless, or the only 3 words I can say is oh my gosh. CPD factor, can't put down. Finally, it has to move me in some kind of way. Next video in the trilogy, y'all will be receiving my 5-star list. It's not that many, y'all, but trust me, they're all phenomenal books. I don't read books and just giving out 5 stars like they candy. No ma'am, that's not how it works for me. Like, it just has to have all 5 of these things I mentioned, and I just don't come across those often. I come across some 4.5s. I haven't read a 4.8, but stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video in the trilogy. Can you focus on